Is your New Year's resolution graveyard getting a little crowded? How about that ambitious goal you set back in January, now quietly collecting dust on a shelf? We've all absolutely been there. We set these huge, life-changing goals, bursting with initial motivation, only to find ourselves crashing and burning a few weeks or months later, feeling overwhelmed, discouraged, or worse, like a failure. It's a frustrating cycle. But what if I told you the secret to making massive, lasting change in your life doesn't actually require massive, exhausting effort? What if the real key to unlocking huge results lies hidden in actions so small, so seemingly insignificant, that they feel almost too easy? Are you interested in finally discovering a way to make real, consistent progress towards your dreams without the constant feeling of overwhelm? So what exactly is this magic bullet? What are these micro habits? Think of them simply as the ridiculously small, almost laughably easy versions of the larger habits you ultimately want to build. Do you want to read more books? Your micro habit could be to read just one sentence per day. Want to get fit? Your micro habit might be to do a single push-up or squat right after you get out of bed. Want to start meditating? Maybe your micro habit is to simply sit and breathe consciously for just 10 seconds. The real magic, the power, lies in their minuscule size. They are designed to be almost impossible to fail at. They're too small for your brain, that master excuse generator, to realistically object to. Unlike those giant, intimidating goals that immediately trigger feelings of fear, resistance, and the urge to procrastinate, micro habits sneak right under the radar of your internal critic. By doing this, they allow you to build the crucial muscles of consistency and momentum almost effortlessly. It's like deciding to build a magnificent skyscraper. Instead of trying to somehow lift the entire impossibly heavy structure at once, you focus on laying just one perfectly placed brick each day. It seems slow at first, but that consistent action is what ultimately builds something monumental. Now, this isn't just some feel-good motivational trick. It's deeply rooted in the science of how our brains actually form habits. We humans are creatures of habit, operating largely on what scientists call habit loops. It's a simple three-step process. First, there's a cue, a trigger in your environment or an internal state that kicks things off. Second, there's the routine, the actual behavior or action you perform. And third, there's the reward, the positive feeling or outcome you get, which tells your brain, hey, this loop is worth remembering and repeating. The fundamental problem with trying to build big, ambitious habits is that the routine part often feels too difficult, too time-consuming, or too unpleasant right from the start. So, we avoid it. We don't do it consistently, and therefore, we rarely experience the reward, often enough for the habit to actually stick. Micro habits brilliantly hack this entire loop. Because the routine, like doing just one push-up or reading just one page, is incredibly easy. You actually do it. It requires almost no willpower. And when you do it, you immediately get a small but significant reward. Maybe it's a tiny dopamine hit, a feeling of accomplishment, a sense of I did it. When you repeat this easy routine and get that consistent reward day after day, you start physically rewiring your brain. This is thanks to something called neuroplasticity, your brain's amazing ability to change and adapt. You're literally building new neural pathways for positive behavior, strengthening them with each tiny, successful repetition. Think about it. That person you admire who runs marathons likely didn't start by running 42 kilometers. Maybe they started with a micro habit, as simple as putting on their running shoes and walking to the end of the driveway every single day. Okay, theory is great, but let's get really practical. How can you start using the power of micro habits in your life right now? Let's look at a few key areas for physical health. Instead of overwhelming yourself with the goal, I need to go to the gym 5 times a week for an hour, start with something incredibly tiny. Maybe do 2 squats every time I wait for the microwave, or drink 1 full glass of water as soon as I wake up before coffee, or walk for just 1 minute after dinner. These actions seem trivial, but they establish the identity of someone who moves their body and hydrates. For mental well-being, instead of the daunting, I must meditate for 30 minutes every single day. Take 3 deep conscious breaths whenever I feel stress rising. Or, before I go to sleep, mentally name 1 thing I was grateful for today. Or, spend 60 seconds just sitting quietly after turning off my morning alarm. These small moments of mindfulness and gratitude compound over time, significantly reducing stress and increasing happiness. For personal development, instead of, I'm going to read 1 non-fiction book every week, commit to read just 1 page of a book each day, or learn 1 new vocabulary word in a language I'm studying, or spend 5 minutes practicing a new skill on an app. These micro-commitments break down the barrier to starting and make learning feel achievable, not like a chore. Remember, these tiny actions, performed consistently, build powerful foundations upon which larger habits can naturally grow. And guess what? This incredibly effective strategy works just as powerfully for your professional life and career goals. Let's apply it. For productivity, instead of the vague and overwhelming, I need to completely overhaul my entire workflow and get organized. Start with a micro habit like clear my physical desk completely for just 2 minutes before I finish work each day. Or identify my 1 most important task for tomorrow before I log off. These small acts prevent clutter from accumulating, both physical and mental, and set you up for a focused start the next day. For communication and relationships, instead of, I need to become a master networker overnight, maybe try send 1 thoughtful, non-demanding check-in email or message to a professional contact each week. Or make a point to give 1 piece of specific, genuine, positive feedback to a colleague each day. These actions build rapport and strengthen your professional network organically. For networking and career growth, instead of feeling pressured to attend every industry event, commit to connect with 1 new person relevant to your field on LinkedIn per week with a personalized message. Or spend just 5 minutes each workday watching a tutorial or reading an article related to a skill you want to develop. These might seem like small inputs, but imagine the cumulative effect over a year. A cleaner workspace, stronger professional relationships, a steadily growing network and enhanced skills, all leading to massive long-term professional gains built with minimal daily friction. All right, feeling inspired? Ready to build your own powerful micro-habit engine? It's remarkably simple. Here's your practical framework. 1. Identify. Clearly pick the big, desirable habit you ultimately want to build. What's the end goal? E.g., exercise regularly. 2. Shrink it down. This is key. Make it ridiculously small, almost embarrassingly easy. So small you can't possibly say no. E.g., instead of 30 minutes workout, make it do 1 push-up. Smaller is always better when starting. 3. Anchor it. Link your new micro-habit to an existing solid routine you already do every single day without fail. This is called habit stacking. The formula is, after I, current habit, I will, new micro-habit. E.g., after I brush my teeth in the morning, I will do 1 push-up. This uses the momentum of an old habit to trigger the new one. 4. Track it. Find a simple way to visually track your consistency. Put an X on a calendar. Use a habit tracking app. Put a pebble in a jar. Seeing the chain of success grow provides powerful motivation. Your goal becomes simple. Don't break the chain. 5. Celebrate immediately. This is crucial for reinforcing the reward part of the habit loop. As soon as you complete the tiny action, acknowledge the win. It doesn't have to be big. A mental fist pump saying yes to yourself, a small smile. This immediate positive feedback tells your brain, that was good, let's do it again. And the absolute secret sauce through all of this, forget intensity, forget perfection. Focus relentlessly on consistency. Doing your one push-up every single day, even on bad days, is infinitely more powerful than doing 50 push-ups once a month. It might seem utterly insignificant right now. Just one push-up, just one page read, just 1 minute spent tidying your desk, just one deep breath. It feels like a drop in the ocean compared to your huge goals, but underestimate the power of compounding at your peril. Imagine the incredible effect of these tiny, consistent actions accumulating over weeks, then months, then years. That single push-up daily becomes over 300 in a year, building real strength. That one page read daily becomes multiple books finished, expanding your knowledge immensely. That 1 minute of tidying prevents hours of future decluttering. That's the almost magical power of micro habits. It's not about achieving instant, dramatic transformation. It's about creating sustainable, gradual, and ultimately inevitable growth. Your future self, the one who is healthier, wiser, more productive, the one who finally achieves those big, meaningful goals, isn't built through heroic, unsustainable bursts of massive effort. It's forged quietly, patiently, through the unwavering consistency of these ridiculously small steps you choose to start taking today. And the best part? You absolutely have this power within you, accessible right now, no matter where you're starting from. The journey of 1,000 miles, as they say, begins with a single step. Or in our case today, it begins with a single, powerful micro habit. So let's make this real. Let's move from learning to doing. I want you to think right now. What is one ridiculously small micro habit? Something that feels almost too easy, that you can realistically commit to starting either today or tomorrow. Just one. Share it in the comments below. There's real power in declaring your intention. It makes it more concrete in your mind. And you might just inspire someone else reading the comments too. Let's create a wave of tiny positive actions together. And hey, if this video gave you a practical tool, a new perspective, or a spark of hope for achieving your goals, show some love and hit that like button. And be sure to subscribe for more simple, science-backed strategies for building a better, more fulfilling life, one micro step at a time. Always remember this: big, meaningful changes start small, very small. Embrace the surprising power of micro habits, commit to consistency above all else, and patiently watch as your life begins to transform in ways you might not have thought possible. You absolutely have got this. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.